call and response is when you play a line that kind of sounds like a question, and you do that very similar to a language when you say something that ends in like a higher tone. Hey, do you want to go to the park? You're not gonna go, hey, do you want to go to the park? You know what I mean? That sounds like a dead end. There's a period at the end of the sentence. It doesn't sound like a question. Same thing in music. Here's my question. Let's do another question. It sounds unstable. It sounds unfinished. The phrase sounds unfinished. And your response to that should sound finished, should sound whole, should sound like it kind of brings everything back down. So if my question was, the answer would be question, answer. Question, answer. Question, answer. Your response ends on a root note of whatever key you're playing in, and your question doesn't. Your question really ends on pretty much any note except for the root. And if you end on a tension note like a 7 or a 9 or a 13, it would kind of help drive that, you know, that point of making it sound like a question. But if you end on a root note, it's going to sound like an answer no matter what. What you don't want to do is play every single one of your phrases ending on a root note, because then it's like answer, 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 answer. There's got to be questions, okay? So I'll give you an example. Let's do a question for a sample. There's my question. And on the root note, there's my answer. Question. Answer. Question. Answer. Question. Answer. Okay? Now you can take that a step further. All I'm doing here is, you know, call, response, question, answer. That's too basic. What you want to do is you want to stretch that out. You can do question, and then answer. Call, response. So you have a four phrase line. So I'll show you what that sounds like. Okay, 2, 3, question. Another question. Question. Answer. Question. Answer. You get it? So that was a longer phrase. That was a 4-phrase call and response. Call, response. And you can play around with that with different types of things, but the whole time, most of your phrases, pretty much every single solo that you're gonna hear is gonna have that call and response in some type of way. And a trick that I like to do to think about it is to pretend that there are 2 guitar players playing back and forth. So instead of one guitar player doing all those lines, think of it as if you were playing with another player. So if I was playing with another player, and then he goes, and then I go, and then he goes, then he goes, and then I go, and then he goes, and then I leave because that was too fast. But you know what I mean? It sounds like 2 different players going back and forth.